Alright, so let me tell y'all how mad I am right now. I just got done recording a video, and after I did a mic check on it, did a small recording, and then I turned off some of my equipment so I could listen to it properly. I heard it sounded great. And then I made the whole episode without turning the equipment back on. So I listened back to it, and it sounds like ass. So I'm frustrated now. The beginning of the last video, I was like, yeah, you can see, I'm winding down from work, I'm in my robe, blah, 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 let's have a nice video. And now I'm like, ugh. So frustrated. Now we're going to get into this one, and it better work. How do I do this? See, I'm that frustrated, guys, that frustrated. That didn't work. Alright, guys, so let's just get into this. Now, what I like to do sometimes, when I just want to relax, have fun playing the game, is I'll choose one of my decks and I will auto-duel some of these NPCs just floating around here. Here you got, I think that's Yami Bakura here. Yeah, prepare for Shadow Game, not right now. And why is it loading? Duel in the KC Cup 4 times a day to get gems and the special pack volume 2 as mission rewards. That's awesome. I'm slowly trying to build up in the KC Cup. I don't think I have enough time to actually get far enough in the KC Cup to make it to the second stage, but I mean, we'll see. If I do, y'all will definitely see it. Alright, so bingo stuff, something like that. I'll explain that a later time. But for now, I want to focus on what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. So the auto duels. So especially having a new deck, it's fun to do. It'll help you learn the deck better just by watching the computer play with it. But even with the decks that I'm used to, I still like to do it anyway because it helps me learn just by watching the computer. And these are cards that I picked and I know the effects and everything. But even so, sometimes, especially with like the new XYZ monsters, I didn't know how to summon one for a long time. I didn't know how to summon one until yesterday. And I added one to this deck that I have now. This is my 6 Samurai deck, which, watching it auto-duel on here is going to help you guys learn what I have in this deck as well. Because I'm not going to go through card by card explaining how I do this, how I do that, what this is for. That's just going to be boring and tedious. Nobody wants to watch that. But you learn new things. The other day, I was auto-dueling one of these NPCs, and I got to watch an XYZ summon for the first time. I didn't know how to do it until I watched this auto-duel. And we're going to auto-duel Yami Bakura with the Evil Incarnate deck that he has on level 40. So let's see how that goes. Maybe I'll learn something new about this deck that I'm using. I think I know like the back of my hand, but these auto duels have shown me time and time and again that can just be completely wrong. You always find a little bit of tricks to the decks that you use if you let the computer do it. And it depends on the deck. Sometimes, if you build just some wild-ass auto-built deck that makes no sense, the computer's going to lose every time. But if you build a deck, by yourself, and you actually try and put some effort into it, and it makes sense in whatever way you're thinking about it, the computer can show you a lot of things. You just never know. So it's good to do, like, I do about 5 of these a day, or 5 of these every time I get on the app, every time I play the game. I do at least 5 of them before I go into actual ranked duels, or even casual duels. And I just have fun watching the game, too. I just have fun watching it take place. It's entertainment for me, so I don't mind it regardless.
Here I go. My turn. Draw. Okay. I summon a monster in attack position.
Legendary 6 Samurai.
Monster's effect activates. Come on out. I special summon a monster.
See, I know my cards have really good effects. And Six Samurai isn't the most popular build, but it's my favorite build, hands down. It's my favorite one. I don't care what anybody says. I know it's by far from the best, but it's still really good, especially if you use it right. But it's one of those decks, one of those builds that you really have to know what you're doing. And you have to spend the time, the gems, and sometimes even your hard-earned cash to spend it in game to get the cards that you're missing to help complete the deck and make it, a force to be reckoned with. I've spent $15 on one of these cards before in game, like cash money. I worked for that. I went to work, I worked for an hour, and that hour paid for one of these freaking cards.
Come on out. I special summon a monster.
And that's the Synchro Summon. That's one of the best monsters this deck has to offer. It has a really interesting effect. You're not going to see it here, I guess, because it looks like it's about over.
It's too late to give up. My monster attacks your life points directly. I activated Equip spell.
Power of the Guardians, yep. I don't know if you all noticed, but the game classifies Power of the Guardians as a normal level spell card. Like, as a normal level card, like rarity-wise. But this card is so overpowered, it's insane. And why am I still loading? I'll get back to you guys once this is done loading. Maybe my connection's trash, but hold on. Oh, well, never mind. There we go. Retry. Boop. It's going to work. I win. I know I win. I'm the shit. Alright, let me not say that, because once I go into ranked duels or I go into the KC Cup, if y'all get to see that, I'm going to get trampled on. And it won't even be by rect, it'll just be from anybody, people from China mainly. I don't know why, I guess. I know why, it's big over there. It's, an Asian thing, it's a Japanese thing mainly, but, it's really big in Asian places. I mean, it's big here too, it's big everywhere, but, it did come from Japan, so you got the people over there that have seen, like the mangas, and, they got to see all the actual, like, the TV version of Yu-Gi-Oh! That everybody grew up with. Whether or not you watch it or not, if you're a 90s baby, you grew up with it, you just never saw it. So that's your problem, not mine. But it was there. And they got to see it first. So that's probably why they're a little bit ahead of the game, mostly. Because when I get my ass kicked, a lot of the times it has all these Asian, caricatures, if I say that right. Caricatures? Is that right? Somebody correct me in the comments if I'm saying that wrong, but caricatures, I think. Whatever their alphabet is, I just see that alphabet, I'm like, yup, they're probably going to whoop my ass. So, let's do Weevil Underwood, and not do him like that, because he looks like he's about 12, and that would probably send somebody to jail, so let's not talk about that. Hopefully that doesn't get me banned already. It's like my 4th video. Let's not do that and say we did. Oh, wait a minute. Level 10. Oh, this is going to be sad. Level 10, but we're going to do it anyway for shits and giggles. Why not? Let's just see what happens. See, I've never tried to make a deck with Weevil Underwood. Never. I mean, I just started to try one with Bonds. I think it's called Bones, something like that. The little kid with the huge forehead, kind of like me, but don't look at it. Don't point it out that much. And the zombie cards? Those two kind of go like hand in hand for me for some reason. I don't know why, but I don't know. I just started one with Bonds, and I think it's pretty cool. I made a deck like that. A zombie deck. I tried. I mean, just for shits and giggles, just for some fun. I'm not that competitive about this game, because if I get too competitive, I get upset, then I get more upset, and then my girlfriend gets upset, and then everybody's upset. My dog gets upset, cats get upset, everybody. My refrigerator doesn't open right, everything goes wrong. I try to use the microwave, and then something happens to it. Yeah, it's just not a good idea. If I start getting upset at this game, I know it's time to turn it
I
off.
still have plenty of duel left in me.
Because I'm not usually competitive, but sometimes I am really competitive. And if I start getting frustrated, it's a bad time for everybody.
Ah! Like that's gonna keep me down.
That ends my turn.
I can't
Ooh,
believe this is
alrighty, well, 1750.
my turn. I draw. From my hand, I activate a continuous spell.
Sorry guys, I forgot I'm not allowed to cough because it turns out so loud with the audio. This is one of my favorite cards to use in this deck because he has a particular skill. It's not useful right now in this moment, but if you have any set magic or trap cards, you can use that skill to destroy one of them instead of attack. Great Shogun Shien. There's another good thing about this deck is if you have 2 face-up 6 samurai monsters and you have Great Shogun Shien, this guy right here that's about to attack in your hand, you can special summon him just by having 2 of those monsters in your hand. Or not in your hand, I'm sorry, on the field.
It's my turn. Draw.
And you can see he's powerful. And what are his effects?
I summon a monster in attack position.
Your opponent can only activate 1 spell or trap card each turn. And if he were to be destroyed, you can destroy a different monster instead. That's pretty good. That's really powerful. And you know, I'm kind of embarrassed that even on auto duel, it's Weevil Underwood level 10, and I took that much damage. My health is down to 1750. That's embarrassing.
No, this is a nightmare.
You're either a champ or a chump, and you're no champ.
Alright, so you can tell that I use my Valentine a lot. Level 37. What's her next level up reward? Amazoness Trainee. I have 0 of those, so this is actually going to help me out with one of my other decks, my Amazoness deck. Monsters destroyed by battle with this card are returned to the bottom of the deck instead of going to the graveyard. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, it gains 200 attack. And it starts with a default 1500 attack, and you can always use an equip card to just ramp that up. Pretty nice. So let's say you use let's just say you use some card that puts her up to maybe 2000 attack points. You kill a card, it's 220. You kill another card, that's 240. And it keeps going up from there. So that's actually a pretty good card. But I don't know about that effect. Return to the bottom of the deck instead of going to the graveyard. See, there's a lot of decks out there that use cards in the graveyard to their advantage. So sometimes that can come in handy, having that effect of that card. And then sometimes it's just going to recycle it back into their deck, which, you know, if it's a particularly strong monster or something that just gives you trouble, you don't want that anyway. So it's a hit or miss with that card, I believe. So, ooh. Okay, I was just about to end the video, but we have the Vagabond here. And in the video that I did before this, the one that got all screwed up because my dummy self forgot to tune the equipment right, I battled this guy. Now, this guy is the strongest of all the NPCs that are floating around here. I mean, you can usually tell by, pretty sure his yellow color. See, you got this over here. It's yellow. Tries to make it stand out from the crowd. All those guys are blue. This chick's blue here. This chick's blue here, over here. Oh, no thank you. You know, all the other NPCs are blue, but everything more high level or quote important is in that like yellow golden color. Don't mind me if I got the colors wrong. I'm slightly colorblind. Fun facts of the day. Don't judge me. If you do judge me, do it by yourself, because I'm not going to listen anyways. So, Vagabond is really strong. Legend rank 2. I'm assuming that's pretty good. And look, just like I was saying earlier, all these Chinese characters, Asian characters, I'm sorry, Asian, Japanese, Chinese, Korean, whatever it might be. Don't want to offend anybody, but this is a character that back in the day you used to be able to duel, and no matter or not if you beat him or if he beat you, you can look through his deck and you can send him to one of your friends with a challenge. Whether it's start with only 3 cards in your hand, or you start the duel with only 1,000 life points or 2,000 life points. After you battle them, win or lose, you can send them to a friend that you have in the app, in dueling. So you can just send them over there with a challenge and screw with all your friends. But I haven't seen that in a while. I mean, last time I saw that was probably like a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. You got to give some change with it, I'm not sure. But I don't think that's a thing anymore. It might be, it might not be. But let's auto-duel him. I'm probably going to lose. Just because I can duel him myself, and I lose all the time. No matter what deck I'm using. It seems like whenever the Vagabond shows up, he's there to just check you. He's there to just put you in place. Like, yeah, you think you're doing so good. You think you're the best. And then I show up, and I'm going to have to remind you that you're not. That's basically the Vagabond. He's that dickhead that just shows up and says, yeah, you're not that shit you think you are. And I don't care who you are. I mean, if you got a better deck that, you can whoop the Vagabond with on a regular basis, then show me. Just record it like I do, because I'm doing this from a phone, so you can do it too. Anybody can do this. If you whoop the Vagabond left and right, please show me your ways. I will learn from you. You will be my freaking sensei. My Yu-Gi-Oh sensei. Just tell me how to beat the Vagabond all day, every day. Look. Oh, no, that was me. Oh, wait, no, what? What? You're kidding me. Alright, so he's using... You're telling me that the Vagabond is using a 6 Samurai deck. I've never seen the Vagabond use the 6 Samurai deck ever. So somebody is out there trying to screw with my psyche. This is not a thing. I've never seen the Vagabond use a 6 Samurai deck ever in my life.
I can't believe this is happening. My turn. I draw. Okay.
This is what I was talking about. You think you're doing good, and then they come around with the same deck and say, you know what, you're trash.
My monster's effect activates. I set a card.
Alright, this is bad. This is really bad.
Make your move.
Last time I auto-dueled the Vagabond, I beat him. This time is just a wreck. Ooh, unless... And remind you, this is still auto-dueling, so I'm just watching 2 computers go at it right now. Well, that's a turn of events, huh? Oh, ye of little faith, which would be me. I thought I was about to die on that turn.
Come on out. I special summon a monster. My monster's effect activates. Come on out. I special summon a monster.
Oh, well, hello. Hey, hi, how you doing?
Ready to battle? Show them your power. My monster attacks your life points directly. My turn is over.
Wow, see, even when you think it's hopeless, one card makes all the difference. That's what's so spicy about this game. It's chess on steroids. That's literally this game. Just chess on steroids and a bunch of fancy looking creatures and cards and whatnot. And this is the card that I was talking about earlier. I'm not sure. I don't think I was talking about it on this video, but this Power of the Guardians card is classified as a normal level spell card, but it's so overpowered, it's ridiculous.
You're either a champ or a chump.
If you know, you know. If you don't, I will tell you. Equip it to a monster every time they're engaged in battle, regardless of whose turn it is. It puts a counter on that card, and the monster's attack power increases by 500. And if the monster were to be destroyed, you can take one counter off instead of letting the monster be destroyed. And I am so surprised that I did not take a L for that battle. That's just wild. Okay, so the Vagabond. Excellent dueling. Like I said before, you used to be able to battle him, check his deck, and then send him off to a friend with a weird challenge. So let's see what we can do now. I'm pretty sure we can still check his deck, but I don't think you can send him off. Okay, so check opponent's deck. Alright, let's see what that is. I'm not going to go way too much into detail here. I'm just going to skim through it. If you want to pause the video to learn a thing or two, you can. By all means, go ahead. So he has 3 of the legendary 6 Samurai Kaizen. Seems like too much for me. This guy here, also a very good card with some good effects. So let me scroll up if you want to see the whole description of the card effects. That's a tuner. Tuner means that you can use this monster to synchro summon a different monster out of your extra deck, and we can get to synchro summons later, but let's keep things, sweet and simple for now. 1, 2, 3 of those. That seems like too many cards of the same name. See, 6 Samurai monsters, they rely on other 6 Samurai monsters with a different name to activate their effects. So, see, now what is Necro Valley? All Gravekeeper's monsters. See, I think this is where the AI of the Vagabond fucked up, because Necro Valley, there are no Gravekeeper monsters in a 6 Samurai deck. So there's just, and a lot of these cards are just so extra, you don't need more than one of them. Fiendish Chain. Okay, I don't even know what this is, so let's figure out what this is together. Activate this card by targeting one effect monster on the field. Negate the effects of that face-up monster while it is on the field. Also, that face-up monster cannot attack. When it is destroyed, destroy this card. Okay, see, this is a new card I've never seen before. And you got 2 of them. That's a little bit unnecessary. See, you're wasting space in your deck, but that's the computer. That's the AI of the game. That's whooped my ass so many times, so I'm not even going to talk that much shit. In this card, Secret 6 Samurai Rion, if I said that right, I recently just got. This is one of those damn cards that I spent like $15 on. Not just to purchase it by itself, but I spent $15 worth of just buying card packs from the deck it comes from to actually end up getting it. Zubaba General. See, I don't know nothing about XYZ. We can get into that later. This is not the time for that. Ooh, Gaga Samurai. See, we can get into that later too, but XYZ summoners is not my thing. I don't know anything about that, and it was way too early in my knowledge of it to actually try to talk about it, because if I try to talk about it, I'm not going to make no sense to nobody. Especially seasoned players, because if a seasoned player comes on, they're like, yeah, I've been keeping up with it since, 2017. they're gonna come over here, watch this video, and say, ha ha ha, bruh, that's just trash. You don't need to know that. This is my whole life. Well, yeah, it's not my whole life. I love playing this game, but I don't know shit about XYZ signs. So, that's what happened with the Vagabond. We're gonna end the video now. I'm gonna go in, edit, hopefully post it. Hopefully everything works out. But give me some comments. Tell me if you notice anything that I might not have noticed. Let me know if you have any suggestions for things I might do, because I do like the auto dueling thing. Now, I am going to go into the casual duels, of course, where you actually duel other people, like live people. I'm going to do that. And eventually I'm going to get into ranked duels and the KC Cup. I am doing the KC Cup on my own personal time. That's not something that I really want to put in a video right now, because it's really stressful and I have to focus. I can't do commentary on the KC Cup. And you see the KC Cup here in the background. You know, in duelings, you know, it's like a big old logo in the back of the world. And you get ranked duels, which is usually up at the top here. But now we have the KC Cup. I'm D level 7. I have to get to D level 20 for me to progress to the next stage and the last stage. You know, the next and last stage of this competition. It's a worldwide competition, but and it has a lot of unique little perks to it if you end up winning. They fly you out, I heard. You know, you get to meet people. They pay for your tickets to actually fly out and go places and do things. I mean, I watched a YouTube video the other day about the last guy who won this, and he actually went out there and met a whole lot of people. I think it was the creators of the app and everything. Some stuff like that. I mean, I can watch it and refresh my memory on it, and then I can talk about it some more, but yeah, so I'm not going to be doing any recordings of the K-Cup in here anytime soon. If I continue with the videos, then it probably won't be until the next K-Cup you actually see any of those videos. Even if I start winning and kicking ass, I'm just not going to do it. Because, like I said, I need to focus, and it's a lot more stressful, especially for somebody like me who sometimes is in the mood to take it seriously, but I'm not going to do that so far. So, you know what, let's actually battle this last guy here, Moki Moki. This is, I don't know why, but it reminds me of my friend Milton. This deck reminds me of him. I don't know why. He uses, I don't think it's that deck, but he uses some other deck. I can't remember the name of it, that build, but it reminds me of him for some reason, because he used to kick my ass all the time, because he introduced me to this app and this game. And I don't know why. It just reminds me of him. Should be sweet and simple. Let's see. Should be sweet and simple.
If you underestimate me, I'm not the one who's going to pay for that mistake. I'm definitely in the mood for a duel.
Will you do me the honor of dueling me?
Duel?
My skills are being tested.
Alright, so my starting hand is, you know, it's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. Had a couple monsters, good trap card, good spell card.
My turn.
I'm pretty confident with this one. And it's one of the regular NPCs that you have, so, you know, even an auto duel, unless you have an entirely trash, like, you were not in your right state of mind trying to build this deck and it's not coherent whatsoever. Unless that's the case, you're always going to win against somebody like this. You have Mr. David, probably level 10 NPC.
Let's make this a great duel. It's my turn. Draw. I set a monster face down. My turn is complete.
Feeling nervous? It's my turn. Draw. I set a card face down. I set a monster face down. Ready to battle? Show them your power.
Alright, get him. Let's see what happens.
I activated Equip spell.
See, Power of the Guardian. Like I said, classified as normal. It's not rare, it's not super rare, it's not ultra rare. It's just a normal card, but this thing is so overpowered let's just take the time. I'll put the time up here to just put the effects on the screen so you can read this at your own leisure.
Show 'em your power. I activated a quick spell.
Well, either way, I did explain it before. Every time it's involved with battle, it just ups the attack power by 500.
Let's make this a great duel.
Regardless of whose turn it is.
Draw. I set a monster face down. My turn is complete.
Feeling nervous? It's my turn. Draw. Ready to battle? Go!
And
I attack with
this
my
is one of the
monster.
examples that I want to use, is that
Quick spell.
normally, if I had one more monster that had a decent attack power, I could just wreck this guy right now. And this is auto duel, but I keep drawing magic cards and trap cards, and that's not helping me at this moment right now.
My turn. Draw.
If I draw, there we go, one more monster, then the game is going to be over within a couple turns. But I kept drawing magic cards, trap cards. That's what was hindering me. That's what was taking all the time out of my day. The guy is still at 4,000 points. When clearly I have the upper hand without a doubt. But without any other monster available, I'm just attacking all these defense position cards, not doing any life point damage.
Skills are quite remarkable.
Now,
Promise that
two
you'll do me
monsters.
again in the future.
One monster got rid of the defense position card. The other one went for the attack with that overpowered Power of the Guardians card. And just boom, one hit wiped them out. Alright, so this video has definitely gone on for a lot longer than I thought it would, but I had a lot of fun doing it. So, this is Bruts Justino, the Anonymous Uppercutter. I'll see y'all in the next episode. I'm out.